Hello. Art stream. Yippee. Strips of colors. Draw my little rock man really quickly. To go. So, today, as the comment or the bottom part of my stream says, we're gonna do Moot. Art mood. So, what is an art mood? Essentially, I draw one half of an art, and I send it to my friend, and then my friend goes, "Oh, that's amazing," and then they draw the other half of the art with their character. So I do one half with my character, and they do the other half with their character, and it's like a cool little trade between artists. It's just like a fun little way that artists can, connect, communicate, and share their art with each other and reach new communities. So that is essentially what I'll be doing today. So what my mutual is that we're gonna be doing a cell phone call type thing. So there's gonna be a jagged line, something like this. One character is gonna be on this side of the cell phone calling. Other person's gonna be over here and they'll be calling as well. And both artists get to, show off their little characters. So, one little neat way to do it. So, first I'm just gonna, turn down this, probably give it a size 8. There we go, get a nice sketching pen. I want to make this look not necessarily fully half, but we'll use a half as our line to go off of. Now we can do a rough half and just do a little something like that. That looks a little weird, but here, probably tuck this in just a little bit. Do something like that. There we go, that'll be a little better. So, for this, I'll be taking the bottom half. You know what? Can enable time lapse just so I can get a nice good video off of this. Have a character, they're gonna sit somewhere about like this. Let's see here. Do my character named Sunny. I'll be this character over here. It's gonna sit somewhere like this. And her hair kind of does a little swoosh. We have her neck that comes down. And she just kind of sits right here. See her. Probably have a cell phone somewhere like right here. I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. Probably like an angled arm or something like that. Something where the hand's gonna be kind of skewed out to the side. Hello, and welcome to the stream. So if y'all might have read in the little comment section, this is going to be a art mutual stream. So you see, I'm going to do like a cell phone type call. Top half is going to be one of my friends doing the art, and the bottom half is going to be me. So I get to draw one of my characters, they draw one of their characters, and kind of share with each other. Just a fun way to, promote each other's art, both for our Instagrams, and just have a little fun art trade. So at the bottom here, I'm doing one of my characters. Her name is Sunny. One of my favorite characters. She's kind of like a very bubbly, joyous character. She's very sunny, as the name suggests. Probably just toss her in right about here. Oh, hello, winged snake. Wild indeed. Art. So, thank you so much for coming to the stream. Both of y'all, Winged Snake and the mysterious person number 2. Probably gonna do maybe like a flip phone? I don't know. Trying to figure out what's the best way to do all this. I'm gonna just sketch out the bodies of the character first, and then I can toss the arms and the face and all on that a little bit later into the process. So I'll do something a little bit like that. Can get that in there. Probably have your hands somewhere. Let's see here. I'm just trying to think what's the best way for me to do all of what I am trying to do. Probably let's do a cell phone like right here. Think something like this, kind of like a flip phone. Gotta get our hand coming off here. We'll just block it out real quick. And then we'll give a little something little like a happy pose like this. See here. Got the and just go up. Kind of like almost like a looking at the nails kind of pose. Yeah, something like that. Then toss the arms into here. Probably bring this one out like this, like that. Tuck the arms into here, and then let's toss the hair in there really quickly as well. It's gonna be a very swooshy type hair if I were to describe it. Her hair is kind of like a cloud-ish, I would say. Like the whole design behind her character, it's like a very... Oh, we got a State Farm ad now. Let me skip that for y'all real quick. Apologies. Back to the lo-fi. So the character has kind of like a... kind of has a swoosh type thing going on with her hair. Kind of starts like right here and just kind of like covers one of her eyes, so she's a one-eyed type character. Because the other artists out there, they know having two eyes sometimes a little bit more difficult to draw and balance out. Or just kind of swooshes here. I'm using the word swoosh a lot, as if that describes her a lot. She's very airy, very floofy, very swoosh, I would say. I'm probably gonna bring this up here over a little bit, just so I can get the full volume of her hair. Very big hair characters. Something like that. Right now everything's gonna be, you know, kind of rough. Just kind of block everything down. Just get, you know, main shapes out there. We have the second part of her hair. So this will kind of cover up her skull. And then I probably think this goes down just a little bit lower. Just kind of comes out there. Something that should have been. Just a little smile type thing. Just toss that on there. I'll probably, just given the way that I framed it out, I'll probably just tuck his hair in just a little bit lower there. That just looks a lot better already. And then she has her iconic little kind of like sun right here. So her hair is like a white gray pattern, like it's a whitish gray. So it kind of looks like a cloud, and then she has this little like ball of sun. Cause like she's Sunny. That's her name, and that's kind of her vibe almost. We'll just have this kind of like coming off here, just flowing off, something like that. Get some, tuck that in there. Then let's tweak this neck a little bit, just so it's not like we don't have any tangents. Everything looks a little bit more cleaner. Push this in a little bit. And we'll just block that arm in there just a little bit. Just so we can see that seam between the arm and the rest of the main body. Get something a little bit like that. Just do a quick smoothing pass with the eraser here, just so we can get something a little nice and tucked in. Bring this out a little bit more. Then actually make this more defined. Something like that. I think that's not too bad, I'd say. Let's toss a new layer. Bring the opacity down to like 50%. Actually, let's figure out clothes. Just toss that on for a second. Maybe like a sweater might be nice. Something a little cozy here. Toss in like the cuffs. Have the feel like maybe this should air select, transform. Maybe bring this out as like an angle. I don't know, I'm trying to think of the best way to maybe have her like laughing. I think that might be a little bit better. Just leave that. I can clean that up a little bit. Maybe I can bring this the other way. Something like that will look nice. We got the little lines right here. Just rough blocking. Something like that. Just cheek line there. And since that hand's out the way, we can really bring down the hair to the full length there. Then this can be more defined over here as well. Something like that. I think that looked good. Also, to the one person watching the stream, shout out to you. I hope you're having an absolutely wonderful, sunny day, but so far. And I hope that you're enjoying the stream so far. Let me know if you want to see anything drawn on future streams. I try to do Friday at 2:30. So let me know if you want to see anything in the future. I'll be here around that time. Hey, now I can toss it down to 50% or 45. Close enough. I'll grab, let's see here. Let's just grab. Do I not have my special pen? Peculiar. I guess I'll just make my brush real quick. Pretty much, you should go 8 pixels, solid width throughout the whole thing. And now I got pretty much my brush. No pressure. Brunio. Real. I agree with that. Brunio. So now I got my main pen. Shout out to Salts and Spices. I don't think Salts and Spices has ever missed a single stream. Salt and Spices, I've been here since day one. I'm gonna give you a shout out. Like every time you stop by, you're getting a shout out. Just cause like I see you every single time. You're gonna get a shout out, dude. You pull up, you get a shout out. That's how we operate. Here, let me turn on my correction a little bit, just so I can get that really smooth. Also go full black, just so I can really get that nice clean line. So that. I like better for the mouth. I think that'll look a little bit better. We'll see. I can always go back and change it. The wonders of art. Yee. I do agree. Also, for Salt and Spice, I did recover my flash drive, so I do have that now. Hello, puppy. Welcome to the stream as well. So, ladies and gentlemen watching the stream, this right here, puppy in chat, they're the one I'm doing this trade with. So they're getting to see how it's gonna look early. So they're getting a little sneak peek behind the scenes, real view type thing. So, puppy in chat is the one that I'm doing all of this with. Yeah, again, it took me for a second, Salt and Spice, that I forgot it. Like, I forgot my hard drive. That really, like, scares you for a second. Yeah, we were doing that. I know how stuff gets confusing and all that. But yeah.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to
Kroger
celebrate
ad.
traditions old and new. Whether you're making a
No
traditional
freaking way.
roasted turkey or spicy turkey tacos, your go-to short
Let's
cocktail.
skip that. Back to the fun audio. Sorry if I am being quiet. Sometimes I just, laser focus in on the line art. So apologies if I'm not talking too much when it comes to the chat. Let's see how this works. That's not bad. And I just did that on the wrong layer. So I just drew all of that on the incorrect line. As you can see, that's not the layer it's supposed to be on. So, that's fun. I'll just select that. Copy, delete, or eraser. Deselect, turn this back on. Magic. Wonderful. The wonders of technology, ladies and gentlemen. That's how beautiful that we can get it. And I'll just merge these layers. There we go. I'll just name this clean. Create another layer. Let's just toss a circle on top of that. Rectangle. I'm pretty sure there's a way that you can only do line art. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, there we go. So I can do a nice clean circle. Somewhere. Here we go, that's the one. I'll just erase the majority. Now we got very nice circle. Heck yeah. This is art live, people. You're seeing it right as I draw it. This is can't get any more live, ladies and gentlemen. And as some of y'all might have seen earlier, my brush settings are literally just the standard for Metabang. No pressure control. Same width and opacity all the way through. Literally nothing special. And you just go. To get some of the more clean, like non-shaky and stuttery lines, two main things to do. One, turn up your correction. It'll help with the smoothing, like the smooth curves that you really want to do. Also, if you go a little bit faster, it really helps with that. Also, if you notice I'm doing straight lines, I'm clicking the shift button. I'm able to do the more straight lines for straight portions. It's just, I think just knowing shortcuts and knowing little quick stuff can really help flesh out like the style that your art can have. Because you see mine is very in the basis of clean line art and smooth images. Here, I'll just merge these two. Ooh. Ta-da. You got her face, you got her son, got her hands. I feel pretty good about this. Let's see here. I'll probably do new layer. Turn this off. Select everything on this side. Select expand by 2 pixels. So it cuts into that a little bit. Could do a gradient. Right now it's set to red and black, which I don't think it would go well with our character here. Put downtown. I don't think that would work. So maybe let's do. Whoop. Select our colors. Turn that red into maybe like a darker blue. And turn that black into like a purple. Ooh, that'll get something really nice. I think maybe like a diagonal like that. I do something like that. I think that might work. Just because my character is... Actually, no, my character likes wearing blue. Might do, let's do maybe, what, 2 shades of purple? Do a really dark purple. I think something like that would work. And then I can do a bottom shade here, like the light's coming down in that direction. I think that can work, like light's going down this way. I think that would work. Someday. Let's see here. Let's go over to our selection tool. Selecting the gradient. That's fine. We'll just turn that off. Select, modify, or expand, and then do 1 pixel, and we'll set that almost an off white. I should. Whoops. Let's do another layer below that. There we go. And get that, you know, off-white silvery hair. There we go. That looks nice. That's gonna look really nice. Now, select the face, the hands. Select expand, 1 pixel. Always gotta do that just so you can get directly under the line art. What's up, Spine? How's it going? Sorry, I just saw your chat. You always have to expand your selection just so you can get everything directly under there. Otherwise, you'll be missing out a lot of, you'll get like a weird aliasing line right whenever you're getting close to the line art. You'll just get kind of you'll get a little artifacting almost. It just looks really weird. That would work. Maybe bring it down a little bit. Or she is more of a tanner character, so. I think it's somewhere in. This ballpark? I think that looks about right. I'll go back. My voice is hard to hear. Is my audio coming in through really low or something? Ooh, that would not be poggers. Actually, hold on, I'm just gonna. Just try to like paintbrush the. Yeah, my voice is hard to hear. I can try turning up the volume. I am speaking a little bit quieter. So here, I'll just cap out my. If every volume set to max. Here, let me turn up my side audio and see if that changes anything. How is that? Is that a little bit better? Or do you reckon I just need to talk a little bit louder? I just want to make sure that y'all can hear me well and you know audio is nice. Thanks for calling that out as well. Maybe a red cell phone. That might be a little bit nicer. Just doing a lot of, flat colors with this design, at least just to start off with. Then I'll go back and then I'll do my actual, shading, make it look a little bit nicer. Just get all the really fine details in. Do that. It's a little bit darker in here. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And you see how that has like those little white dots that surround this little area? That is like the artifacting problem. So sometimes whenever the selection tool isn't big enough, you get all these white little dots within your line art. And it just doesn't make the art look as good in comparison. It just makes it look halfway. Like it's not fully finished. And we don't want that. Something like that. Also, you can see we're getting a little bit of that gradient popping through this small little crack right there. So if I do that, we should no longer see that. Like your brain doesn't like immediately see it, but subconsciously you just kind of like you feel it. You know something is not exactly right. Something's off. Something's not there. And that just throws you off. It's your brain just does not like not knowing what's going on. So you really want to remove that in an art piece. You want to make sure that every aspect is understood. You know what's going on in every single part of it, and you can visually tell, alright, this is this, that is that. I can tell them apart. Something like that. There we go. That really pops out. Then now, for my favorite part, the shading / rendering stage. So I like to get a really dark purple, set the blending to multiply. Then go down to 39%, and then boom, you get this nice, get our shadow color essentially. So if I were to make my pen a little thinner, go down in here, you get that shadowy color, so you can tell apart this is being affected by shadows, this is affected by light. I think it makes it look a lot better. So I'm just going to quickly save this to my custom color. Whoops. Save this to my custom colors, so I can save that for later. We'll go back to my line art actually for a second and do my little smoothing technique. I like to go through, not really tuck in, but kind of smooth out the sharp transitions. I don't know, mentally I just like the way it looks because it feels like everything just kind of flows together and you get a lot more smoothness and it feels more round, I guess. Like, it just doesn't, you don't get those sharp, harsh edges. And it just makes everything just look more appealing. So if I so like if it's really tight, I'll just turn it black. Make it look like that. Then I get those nice smoothing. I just love the smooth kind of designs to go for. Almost round this off. I don't want to add too much because then it starts taking away from the actual line art. So I don't think the cuffs would need too much because then I start talking away from the actual line art and then looking at all the little tidbits in the actual art. Something like that, however. It adds to it. Okay. I think this part is very therapeutic because you're not actually thinking about the way everything is laid out. You're just kind of, alright, that's kind of sharp. Let me just tuck and smooth. This is more of the fun part of my art where I'm just going with the flow. Hey, that looks a little rough. I'm just gonna swoosh it out. Just to make everything kind of blend together. I think just because these are isolated, I'm just gonna leave them alone. But whenever two objects interact with each other, that's when I really do. Just because, like, look at that. Doesn't that already look better? It kind of gives that cartoony type feel to it, where everything is kind of smoothing between each other. It just smooths out a lot more. And then now, I believe I set my brush to, I'm gonna set it to, what, 10? And then I'm gonna go around the outer layer and just kind of thicken up the lines. Personally, I like to give it really like thick line art around the edge. It kind of gives it almost makes it look like a sticker, I'd say. And it just makes everything it makes the drawing a little bit better just because it almost makes it bigger. By making the drawing bigger, it just makes everything just smooth out. And it just really plays into the cartoony vibe of all of my art. You know, just gives it a little like, oh, smooth, swoosh slash swish. I know I'm just speaking nonsense, speaking in circles, speaking in rhymes even. Just like to describe what's going on. One of the most interesting parts about streaming, I would say, is that sometimes you would be streaming and you have 0 viewers. You have no one watching you. And you just have like a schizophrenic moment to yourself. Like you're talking. No one's there to listen. You're just straight up talking to yourself on a live stream. Honestly, it's sometimes really funny to do because then you can get a little silly with it. You know, someone will watch the recap. Someone will watch the VOD afterwards. But in that moment, you're just talking to yourself alone in a room. drawing art by yourself. Like, that's mentally goofy. You feel schizophrenic. Like, I'm talking to people that are supposed to be there sometimes, but just aren't. It's just a weird feeling sometimes, you know? I mean, hell, even with people on the stream, it feels you're just sitting in a room talking to a computer without anyone necessarily answering to you back. It feels weird. I know I'm going on this little micro rant, but I don't know, it's just such a feeling that you're just sitting in a chat by yourself. Essentially, you're sitting in an empty Discord call. Essentially. And you're just... And people are reacting to... Like, they're reacting to you, but in, like, a delayed sense. It's really weird, mentally, just to think about it. There we go, you should get a nice, thick line art. It just really smooths everything out. Makes it look nice, clean, peak stuff. Now, we can go back to what I was talking about earlier. DOS shadows. So I'll set mine to like 4, because I did my line art on size 8. Turn off this correction. And then, since I got light going from this way, shadows are going to be on the underside of everything. Going from the light is going from right to left. So I'm gonna have, like I kind of showed, it's going this way. So all my shadows will be on this side of things. Just look a little bit cleaner, a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner. That's what we're shooting for. Nice and clean, a little bit better, a little bit brighter. Something like that. Just maybe a little bit thinner in that section. I think I'll probably erase this side. There we go. Give a nice, probably thicker shadow going right here. Pump up the brush size. Just paint that look nice, smooth. Probably go in with eraser and tuck it in. Go under the hands here. I'll just do a nice, kind of, just like the whole left side, essentially. We'll get this smooth treatment. Just covering up every single part of that. And I'll maybe like just toss a little bit on this side as well. Probably do something like this. I think something like that looks a little bit better. I might do a gradient for the hair, just so it doesn't look as flat. That might be a good idea. I think once I do that, I might be finished for today, to be honest. Do a magic wand, include that selection, select, expand, 1 pixel. And I'll do a bottom gray, light gray on top, whoosh. Whoop, that's on sides. Actually, I might pull that one up. Wait. So something... That looks better. But her hair is a little bit lighter, so I'm going to push that up here, push that up higher. Just so I can really get that. There we go. Oh, that looks nice. Does that. Select my custom color. Hello. And there we go. Here, let me center it so y'all can see it. There's our wonderful art for today. I will be sending this to my wonderful friend, Puppy, who's in chat. And yeah, thank you so much for coming out today. I do my streams, 2:30 on Friday is what I'm shooting for. Hopefully I can, keep that up, given everything going on. But yeah,